Please welcome the very talented Pete Wentz. Welcome. Nice to meet you. You. Yeah. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And let me ask you about the tattoo world. Is it painful to get neck tattoos?
I think so. It's basically painful anywhere you don't have, I mean, girls don't like to hear this, but anywhere you don't have a lot of fat. Like, if it's just a lot of skin and bones, like ribs, that kind of, top of the feet, neck for sure.
The ring tattoo, because I was going to get the ring tattoo, but I'm not going to get it now on account of the bone.
Yeah, I have one in between my fingers.
Yeah.
And it's just very painful.
Painful.
Yeah.
Why don't you have any, I think it's hot that you have no visible tattoos right now, except for this right here.
Yeah, so I have a bunch. The other ones, like, so on your hands and your necks are usually called job stoppers. So I'm still hoping that I could end up being an accountant or something if it all goes wrong.
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
I was 15. So you know that one's real good.
Well,
it looks like a you know, like an old Nintendo, like their 8-bit, and you're like, kind of looks like Mario, but like.
Where did you get it?
Yeah, that's like, it's on my back.
Did your parents kill you?
So I covered them up for like, I covered up a bunch of my tattoos for like 3 or 4 years, and then my mom like saw me on vacation with like my shirt off, and she was like, oh my God, there was a lot at once.
Oh my God. Yeah. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in the suburbs of Chicago, so like kind of where every John Hughes movie, well, where Home Alone was filmed. So.
Yeah. You know, back to the tattoo show, because this is my first time meeting you, I have a lot of questions. How did you get involved with this tattoo show?
Well, so like you probably know, like you get pitched things all the time. They're like, why don't you do this? You know, like, and I'm like, none of these make any sense.
You're talking about reality shows.
Yeah, reality shows, and so the tattoo one was authentic to me. Oxygen came to me, and I was like, oh, I could do this, I think, and then. I got in, and then was just in the deep end hosting. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing, but
do you love it?
Yeah, it's been a blast.
Yeah, it seems very organic to you, also.
Yeah, and learning a lot about tattoos more than I knew and stuff. So.
Yeah, I have a tattoo across my tummy tuck mark, and I had to drink a lot of Jack Daniels to deal with it, and I regret. I just think it looks funky when women. We've talked. Well, in my head. I've talked about this with you. When they're on the red carpet and you've got on a beautiful dress and then this tattoo is showing. I mean, I just think it looks a little funky and dirty. There's a double standard to me for women having tattoos versus men. I
sometimes feel like that, but then sometimes when I see just a glimpse of a woman's tattoo, like in a dress or something like that, I'm like, it's really hot. Yeah. Because you want to like know what the rest of it is.
Yeah. My favorite tattoo. My favorite tattoo is Kelly Ripa's rosary beads and cross that fall down her feet. And then a couple of the girls have copied it. I think Lala Anthony has it and a couple of the other girls, but Kelly was the original. Nice. I think that's very attractive.
Yeah, totally.
But very painful.
Yeah, definitely painful. Anywhere there's, yeah.
So your boy, Bronx, he's so adorable, 5 years old. If he says, Daddy, I want a tattoo like you, what would you say?
I mean, the funny thing is, like, so, like, I take him to preschool, or, you know, and I'm picking him up one day, and his teacher was like, well, everyone here drew tattoos on themselves except your kid. I was like, he'll probably be into math or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Was anybody raised in the Bronx? Like, what is your connection to the Bronx to name Bronx Bronx?
I mean, honestly, we just like the name, I think, a lot, and feel like definitely like the other boroughs, like Brooklyn especially, get a lot of love.
Yeah.
So we wanted shout out to the Boogie Down.
I have a picture of you and your girlfriend. I want to show that. She's a model?
She is.
The first thing she's very beautiful. Now, how long have you been with her?
It's coming up on maybe 3 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you keep your business very private. Because, you know, it is my business to know the tea. That means everybody else's business. And I had no idea that you've had this girlfriend for 3 years?
Yeah, I'm looking at this picture and I'm like, wow, it's insane that she hangs out with me. Like, look, I feel like...
here's what I've noticed.
Hot girl pictured with homeless man trying to beg her for change.
No, you've got a winning personality. Like, you know, I only know you to look at you in the magazines, and we play a little bit of music here, but
this is like charity work here.
Yeah. So I know you were at one point married to Ashley Simpson, and that's Bronx's mother. Do you plan on getting married again?
I think so. I mean, we talk about it a lot. I feel really lucky. It's like really interesting when you're in a relationship with somebody who's truly my best friend. Like I talk to her about everything, and like she will tell me when I'm being like not so insane, and sometimes she's like, you're being a little bit insane. So it's very helpful.
And you're 32?
34.
You so read to me like 24. Doesn't he read 24? That's good moisturizer.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, growing up, that was the worst thing ever, is, you know, being too young and then, or looking too young, and then now it's all right. Still can't do anything.
You know what? And
you can't get an Apple box though, no matter what. Like, there's no Apple box for me being like, them being like, oh yeah, now you look 34 because he's standing like 6 inches taller on a step.
Yeah. Well, no, you're very short and I'm very tall. And look.
This is a match made in heaven.
But what I noticed, because a lot of short guys would never date a girl taller than them. You are very secure. Your girlfriend is taller than you, and also you can't see down at the bottom of the picture, but she's got on heels.
Yes.
You're a very secure man.
Yes.
And you've got a good personality. Look.
I feel like this is a therapy session going sideways.
No, listen.
You're gonna be all right. You're short.
No, you are extremely likable, Pete Wentz. Look, why do you call yourselves the Fallout Boy when there's 4 of yous?
The funny thing is
right?
So we didn't have a name when we were playing a couple shows in the very beginning. We didn't have a name. We were like, what should we be called? Someone yelled out Fallout Boy. And it's funny because whenever we played this summer, we played at Coachella with 2 Chainz, and you know, like rappers sometimes they'll call us Fallout Boys.
I call you Fallout Boys. I can't figure it out. There's 4 of you. So listen, I'm not finished with my line of questioning.
Tell me, yeah.
What is the craziest rumor that you've heard about yourself?
I hear like lots of crazy rumors. The interesting thing about when you do, like, so you do long form interviews with people, like I do a long form interview, and then tabloids kind of pick out we'll pick out like one word and attach it to another word. So like I think the craziest was that like my marriage ended because of drug use. I was like, that's just crazy.
Well, did you ever have a drug problem?
No, definitely not.
And you drink in moderation?
Yeah, I mean, mostly. Last night was moderately heavy.
But can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? Because I consider myself a skinista. That's somebody who's always looking at people's skin. Your skin is so good for a rock star. Like, whatever you're, like, a lot of them, they look really weathered. No lie.
My mom is going to be so happy with this interview. I literally got my skin from my mom.
It's beautiful skin. It was really nice to meet you, Pete Wentz.
Thank you.
Best Ink airs on Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock on Oxygen. Clap again for Pete Wentz.